Hello everyone, and welcome to the Battle of Mercenaries. My name is Greedalicious. With me is Wolfpack Ye Raven.
Hi.
Hi, I'm doing your Twitter now.
My
yeah,
Twitter.
yeah, it's the very used Twitter account.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's very often used. We have a match which is already starting, so we'll just quickly start.
Yes.
Oh wait, they said wait, okay, now they're ready.
Cool. How about I get on the server then?
That would be smart, yeah. I would actually quite like that.
How about I get drunk as shit tonight?
That also works. Those at home, we do not endorse drinking, but if you want to drink, we fully support your right to do so. Reset?
You don't endorse
I don't
drinking,
endorse it, but
you
you
do
should.
support it if they want to. Oh god.
Okay, restarting. And then we go live.
Nice. Just as I'm joining the server. That's perfect.
Done, let's go.
Yes.
Yeah, we have Fratres versus Crusade. Looks like 4 cavalry, 6 versus 6 as well. 4 cavalry for Fratres. I'm assuming...
3 calves for Crusade, and they have 2 imps, 1 archer. Yeah.
Okay. We're lacking some of the streamer mods, as some of you already are aware of. Thank you to Crux though for making the nameplate, so it helps us a little bit. Did you see any archers? Oh yeah, Matt is archer from Crusade.
Yeah, they both have 1 archer.
Okay, who's the archer from Fratres?
Tully.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I can understand this. I've both seen play archers. I mean, especially Matt.
Yep.
Plays native
And
archer as well, so.
Yep. I do really like the 4 calf setup for Fratres, considering where they're spawning, and I also don't mind the fact that Crusade took their 1 archer, 2 imps there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be a little bit difficult to take advantage of the map if you spawn on the high ground and you take 4 calves, but I think this is still a really good flag for Fratres.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
the
as well.
flag is bugged, so...
At least it could be bugged. I'm not sure, I think Crux might have fixed it.
Wasn't it bugged before when we played there? I think it was. I think it was bugged. But...
Maybe. Taylor trying to make a shot on Sir Alex's horse, but missing. At this range, it wouldn't have done that much damage anyway. Probably should have waited a little bit longer. Matt trying to do some shots. Tails the lone infantry on the flag. It's gonna get pushed by 2.
Yeah, I don't think Fratres minds though. They have the flag advantage already, and like Crusade's imps are gonna push up late. I think he's gonna try to kite off, but he is gonna get pushed hard.
Yeah, he's getting hit hard here. Still alive.
Oh, and
Tally killing him as well. That is absolutely not what you want. He loves taking the second kill there, so to say, on Cody. I like getting dismounted. Takes 1 hit, 2 hits. Still alive though. This armor is really helping him out. Loving the second kill. It's legit second kill now. Comes in as well. Hopkins there to take him though.
Yeah.
Last one alive is Tally up in the...
Tally is the last one alive, yeah.
Just look at this cab players though of Crusade.
I feel like Tally wasn't able to get enough done as an archer there, so I feel like they should perhaps have an infant style of him there. I think that's something they could change, because like... Theo was kind of lost on the flag as well, you know. I do think Theo made a little bit of a mistake by staying on the flag that long though. I think if you get pushed by 2 infantries and you've already raised the flag a little bit, you can afford to step back from the flag and say like, alright, let's just wait around a bit, see if our calves can find some openings first, like skirmish it out a bit, and then you go back in, you know. Because if you're gonna fight 2 imps on your own and there's also calf coming in, that's practically suicide, and yeah, like he got taken out very quickly. Like the last hit may have been like may have made a team kill, but you know, he was pretty low before that too.
That's true. Yeah, he would have died no matter what. Let's face it. Like the cavalry of Crusade were already up his ass.
Yeah. So I really feel like Fratres should have 2 imps here.
Yeah, especially considering this flag here.
I don't see the point of having the 1 archer, especially if they're not gonna skirmish.
Yeah, and I mean, look at this flag here. The archer's gonna be quite useless in this situation.
Yeah.
Do you know, by the way...
Like, Fratres with their setup, they don't really have any other choice but to kite and try to skirmish, like get some horses down early, work together with their calves, because they have a calf advantage, you know, but like... Theo can't push this flag alone. There's like no way. He's just gonna die.
He's gonna need his cavalry with
like
him.
Even with Gav support, I think that Crusade has the manpower on the flag to just kill Theo fairly easily.
But Alex, they're taking down Attic as well. One cap down from Fratres.
I don't think it's needed to take those Cav 1v1s.
No, especially considering who they have as cavalry. I mean, this is so Alex, Hopkin, and Shema Forage as cav. Like, these are three of the best cavalry in the native scene. Like, they are not someone you screw around with. Rodder getting dismounted as well, goes down to Love and Cody. Slade, I mean, sorry. Cody, in the meanwhile, taking the kill on Hero for Ellen, which is...
Oh,
alright.
I mean...
A soft spot team kill, yeah.
Again, I just don't feel the impacts from this archer. Like, regardless of whether you'd say Tali is a good archer or not, it's simply like not that you don't have that many good positions.
Especially when
and just the fact that you only have one infant puts a lot of pressure on you, you know, because you need to be able to use your time to get a lot of kills early on. You can't afford to lose Cav 1v1 somewhere in the background, like what happened to Fratres there.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, like Theo kind of just pushed in at some point, but he's just gonna like die. Like you know he's gonna die at that point.
Yeah,
like there were a couple Cav who tried to run in and help him, but you see the problem with that is that's what they want you to do, because they have spare infantries and they have an archer shooting into the fight from a good position, you know, and that makes it so that any Cav trying to get into the fight is probably gonna get stopped and killed because, like, you know, he overcommits or something. So
I do like this approach though now from Fratres, being a little bit more defensive with the cavalry, not really taking these fights in the early game, which they just can't afford to really.
Well, then again, I do feel like they're going forward a lot here.
Yeah, now they are. Instantly
Like,
proving me wrong. Fat Cat is
that, like Elias Fat Cat or something.
Yeah.
I don't know why he just did that.
He tried to get Matt,
Yeah, I mean,
but
he tried
now
to go
he
for the archer,
stopped.
but now they're gonna they lost a lot of health with that guy.
Yeah, Matt
And now
taking him
he's
down
dead.
there as well. Beautiful shooting from
Like-
Matt. One headshot, one shot in the back is enough to take him down. That guy is again being very careless here.
I feel like Fratres' Cav are being very independent. Either they're being very independent, or they're making conflicting calls within the team. You know, like one player saying this, one player saying that.
Love there, taking down Tally as well in the background. The
Yeah.
archer has not made any impact so far.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have any places to go,
Yeah.
really.
Fully agree with that. Adek they're getting stopped. No follow up to the damage. Gets stopped again. Still no follow up.
Like, the
Cody
Fratres
getting
Cav are
trapped.
just kind of running in one by one.
Yeah,
Just like as
and
well.
they just get stopped one by one as well. There's no cohesion there so far, at least.
Yeah.
Hopkin and I'm guessing that's Sir Alex. Yeah, Sir Alex is they're trying now, but Adek still fighting. Never mind. Doesn't fight anymore. Love is there with this.
I mean, guess who's still alive, huh?
Yeah. I don't know how.
I don't know how he ended up being the last one alive. But, you know.
He should have been the first one to die, really.
Yeah. Well, you know, if they had one more inf, that would help. But their calves definitely, like, they're just not being on point as a team. Like, they're not making the right calls, so to speak. You know, like. Well, what you want to do, if you only have one infantry, you know, you can kind of expect that, like, if you have one infantry, one archer, you can kind of expect they're gonna go for either the infantry or the archer, you know, or perhaps both of them at the same time. But either way, they're gonna try to isolate them because they're semi on their own, you know. They don't have anyone to back them up, like, unlike Crusade, who had two imps who could watch each other's backs, you know, which worked perfectly fine.
Yeah, I
And
do agree.
they're like the Fratres Cavs just weren't there to defend them, you know. Like they were just like, yeah, the TO is just gonna go on the flag, you know, and Tali's gonna be somewhere shooting arrows, I guess.
Unless
but yeah,
he dies.
like they're gonna get killed if you don't look after them, you know.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Tally there got killed before most of the fight started. I mean, the first two sets he died last, sure. But how many shots do you think he landed, or like even fired at all? Like maybe 4 or 5 shots or something.
I'd say the main thing is just that he doesn't really have a good position to shoot from.
Yeah.
So most of the round you're gonna be moving in and trying to get to a semi-decent spot and getting semi-decent shots too. But in the meantime, Tio's gonna get pushed, or like he's gonna get like completely stomped if he tries to go on the flag alone, you know.
The pure cavalry skill of Crusade is impressive so far as well. Matt is doing a lot of good work. The infantry hasn't really had to do much. They're just staying alive and keeping the fight going. And then the cavalry are mopping up the kills.
I mean, I do think that the Crusade Cav have been playing very good, but at the same time I also do feel like that Fratres' Cavs have been taking unnecessary risks. Like, they've been making it very difficult for themselves to get anything done in a round by, like, overcommitting with 2 Cavs going after an archer who they most likely weren't gonna get, and they didn't get him as well. They lost a player for it, so...
Yeah, they actually lost 2, basically.
Yeah, basically 2, and, like, that's not the sort of a disadvantage you can afford yourself, you know, like...
No, absolutely not.
And also, unlike where Crusade pushes any of the Fratres foot troops, they get kills, you know, but Fratres pushes the Crusade foot troops and there's Cav blocking them as well, you know, like... Crusade dudes get Cav support, and because Fratres' Cavs is always dispatched to the front lines, like they're all the way up in the enemy backline or something, or they're trying to.
They're trying it.
They can't help out, and they also can't see what's going on, and I think that might even be a bigger part, you know. Like it's very easy to say like, oh yeah guys, I'm going for like this dude in the background, I'm keeping them busy, but you need to consider what your team can actually get out of that, you know.
Especially if you're keeping an archer busy. Like, even Matt, a very skilled archer, how much can he actually do in Mercenaries? Like, I mean, he needs to land every single shot in order to make much of a difference. And I mean, so far he's kind of landed these shots. But if he just misses a couple of shots, he's basically useless. And he's not really worth putting in player to just try to stop him. But
yeah,
it looks like...
I mean, again, I just like to see, like, either, again, 4 Cavs, 2 Imps for Fratres, or 3 Cavs, 2 Imps, 1 Archer, like the way Crusade had it.
Yeah, I like this. Having that extra infantry.
I think there is the potential for Crusade to take the exact same setup they had on the other spawn, although I do think that 4 Cavs is a little bit nicer for this spawn, but... because you don't get the ruins for your archer, you know?
Yep.
Like, if the flag spawns from their point of view, if it spawns on the left in the field, then they kind of have a good position for an archer, you know? But
yeah.
Overall, the same
it's
time,
also safer. You can move a little bit more safer on the map if you're on if you have the big archway blocking it off, so to say.
Well, the thing I like about 4 Cavs, 2 Imps on the side Crusade's gonna be playing on now is simply that you don't have to look after an archer either, you know. Like, Tio wasn't in a position where he could look after Tali. Like, Tali had to probably look around himself all the time, you know.
Yeah.
And that can be frustrating, it can impact your performance as well, you know. Like, you don't really have a lot of time to land those shots either.
I fully agree. And looks like they did switch up a little bit. Ferrell might be AFK on the Crusade side, but
yeah. So basically, like Crusade did go for like the option of 4 Cavs to him. So I really like that. I think it's completely justified not to have an archer here.
Yeah. On the other side, on Tally as well, staying as archer again, kind of justified staying archer on this position. This is fine.
Oh yeah, so they have the 3 Cav, 2 and 1 archer now. Yeah.
So basically taking the same setup as...
This is a lot better already, because now Tio isn't going to be alone on the flag, and Tali doesn't really need anyone to look after him for, like, most of the time, you know. Like, if the flag spawns in the middle, he's definitely not going to need anyone to look after him. If it spawns on the left, he also isn't in too bad of a position, and if it's on the right, it's a little bit worse, I'd say, but...
You could go
like,
up the mountain.
This is perfect
for them, yeah. This is Fratres' map for sure.
Like, they can just, like, have the imps on the flag, Tali sit around the front rune like he is now, and he's just gonna shoot at all the calves around, you know.
There's basically no threat either, because there's no archers on Crusade side, so he can literally stand up there and shoot for free.
Oh, looks like the Crusade imps were posing a little bit like they want to go for the archer. Looks like they might do that.
Ali playing a very passive position here. Yeah, I can understand them wanting to get him away from this. Adek goes in with bump, but Sir Alex
kind of left Curry there, to be
honest. A little bit. They're getting stopped as well.
The Crusade Cav is around them though. I like that. Like, the Crusade Cav need to look after their imps right now.
Yeah. Porsche taking on Adek, Curry taking on Teo as well. 2 players down very quickly here. Rod and Tyler still fighting Hero Ferelden here. He's putting up a heroic effort. Love is there to back him up. Curry's trying to stab into this fight as well.
The
Sento
Crusade
comes
Cav are
in, a
doing
nice
a pretty
catch.
decent job at locking down the area.
Yeah, they are.
Sento does get 1 kill.
Sento though dismounts, Posh taking him down instantly. Alex and Curry each with a kill, and Love taking the last one.
And you know, that's what I would have liked to see out of the Fratres Cav on the when they spawned on the outside, you know. Because what Crusade did different there from Fratres is that they didn't just like charge into like the back line the moment the flag spawns. You know, you can do that at any time and get killed for it if you like. But they just stuck around their imps, you know. Stick around your imps. Whenever someone tries to go in, you'll see it coming, or you should if you have like proper communication, and you can lock down Cavs. You know, I think they got away with 1 kill, but in return they got a lot of kills themselves. You know,
the cavalry also just didn't die. I mean, at least one of the cavalry or Crusade were just kind of stuck in there the entire time, and they just couldn't even kill them.
Yeah.
So well played by Crusade. Seeing the weakness, so to say, and then taking advantage of it.
I mean, I think it's more just that they know how to play their lineup.
Yeah.
I think it's more that.
And
Fratres just seems a little bit lost. Like, their Cav all seem to do, like, their own stuff most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think cavalry right now are kind of the weakness of Fratres. They need to play a little bit better, smarter together. And
yeah,
not
but
go
again,
in
they're
for fights
very
like
far
this.
forward. Like, Bloody Sento's gonna get taken off his horse, and
Yeah.
I don't know why he went that aggressively. It didn't look like he needed to be out there.
Only they're getting hit once as well, twice on the horse.
And now they're gonna
a
expend
lot of
resources
damage.
to try and protect him, but I think that's wasted effort, yeah. Now they're gonna have another dismount as well.
Sento goes down, Arek dismounts. I mean, Posh
This
now.
is just like, this is a snowball effect. at
Yeah,
this point.
I mean, Love and Posh just easy kill there on
Like,
Arek.
they should have left Bloody Sento to his fate the moment he got dismounted
Yeah,
there.
pretty much.
Because now they're also losing on the flag.
Yeah, cavalry can just run in now and just do whatever they want, really. Played with a kill on Teo, Harold, last one alive there. Also, the ever so lasting alive Tally.
I mean, he is the archer, right?
Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of the thing, right? It kind of shows a little bit the targets. I don't know how to say it, so to say, but like they leave him for last. They're not really afraid of Tally at all.
I mean, they don't really have a reliable way of locking him down either. Like when he's at the rock down there, then it's pretty pointless expending your calves on it, because
at that point you do have the number advantage. You could have said like, okay, let's say Curry or like Sir Alex, just dismount on him and just fight him away.
I don't think you want to do that, because that
you don't have to.
That eliminates the purpose of having a numbers advantage. I think rather than using your numbers advantage to be able to spread out your forces more evenly, you want to push your advantage and take down targets one by one, because they can't defend themselves against that kind of force. I think that's much more what you want to do than dismount one cav on an archer and keep him busy for the rest of the round, because it eliminates your own cav as well, you know. It's like you'd rather overwhelm your enemy than play a game of attrition, I'd say.
Sento is trying to cut down a tree with a scimitar.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the flag does spawn. Once again, this should be in Fratres' favor. Tally's in a good position on top here.
They've got like the perfect positions for it, but I just don't want to see Fratres' Cav doing their own stuff. Like, Elias Fatcat is trying to stay around the Sims, but he was on his own, and Bloody Sento goes in again, like, so prematurely.
Yeah, Elias Fatcat as well, like, goes in, gets stopped, dismounted.
That was suicidal, pretty much.
Cody as well, dismounted, and all of the cavalry right now of Fratres are dead. All in this tight, like, little area. And the infantry couldn't do anything, they couldn't move forward. Alex did a double kill as well, taking on Harold. Teo's last one alive on the infantry. Tally again, as always, is alive, last one. Gonna go down here in a little bit.
Though, considering his position.
Yeah, he was in a good position there. But I mean, the cavalry of Fratres are just not performing right now.
I mean,
one kill this entire set for all of Fratres.
I think like that. Oh, you need to talk to your calves there. Like you need to say like, all right, guys, you need to like just sit around your imps. You know, if you're afraid of getting outskilled by the enemy calf or something, use your imps. Just retreat back to your imps. If they try to follow you there, then your imps will be there to back you up. You know, like they can't really run into imps with spears out. You know, it creates breathing room for yourself. And then the moment that they try to initiate a fight at the flank, you have an archer who can see literally anything, everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And I feel like Tali should be the one doing a lot of calls in that situation. You know, perhaps even more so than like busting out a lot of shots or try to. Although shooting at caps is good, of course, but I'd like him to have this kind of role in that situation where he's like, all right, I'm just gonna call out all these caps coming in, and we're gonna lock them down one by one, have this numbers advantage again, which is where Crusade has been very deadly so far.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at how if his shots are really landed, has anyone basically of Crusade gotten dismounted so far? Like he hasn't landed the hits on the cavalry either.
I mean, the thing is, the Crusade Cav really cover for each other well, and I feel like their communication is just good.
Yeah.
It's like they call out that a Cav is coming in from a certain area, right? Their imps will know about it, and the Cavs will know about it. And I don't know if you can like call it a bait. I mean, maybe you can, I guess. But
kinda.
like Sento runs in, thinks he has a clear couch, apparently he just gets stopped and everyone converges on him and kills him.
And not only that, but I mean, it's not like all of them converge on him, because they still managed to stop the second cab that came in, and he died, and then later on the third
well, I mean,
cab died.
I think
so...
that just more had to do with it, with the fact that two of the Fratres cav were going in one by one in the same area.
Yeah,
like,
that did happen.
That just looked like it was a bonus, really.
Yeah, it might have been. I mean, there was like 1-2 seconds maybe after he went in, and that's enough time to stop a cab. So.
Well, I mean, also the fact that there's two calves, like that's not good. Like basically, I believe who was it again? Like Alias Fatcat was staying around the Fratres imps on the flag, but he was alone, and the Crusade calves were like with 3 or 4. They were just poking at him, while all the while, like the other Fratres calves were trying to do like fancy kind of movements around the map, you know, like try to go big by going all the way behind them and coming in with the couch. The thing is just, if you get scouted out, which is super easy on a map like Ruins, then they can just set up these kind of like baits, and you know, like at the very least they'll be ready for you when you try to go in that prematurely, you know. Because there was no fight going on or anything.
Oh, I mean, they were literally just standing there. The infantry were kind of just looking at them, like a couple of meters distance.
The thing is, the Fratres infs didn't really have the opportunity to go in, because there were 4 calves or so waiting for them to do that.
If they had gone in, they would have died as well. So, miscommunication there from Fratres' side. What do you want to see here on Castellum, second map?
I mean, I want to see some better coordination between imps and calves from Fratres. You know, like if their calves like don't want to or can't really play together for whatever reason, then at the very least they should try to time their attacks with their infantry fights. You know, they need to be there the moment the fight starts. They need to be at the right places at the right time. You know, even if they're not working together, then maybe they can seize individual opportunities, and hopefully that will net them some advantage. You know.
Yeah, they can take
but
they
can't go in prematurely like that. Like, I don't know if that was just his own decision to go in there, or from the Cavs in general, really, or if it was like someone called that they were gonna fight on the flag and they didn't manage to time that properly or something. I don't know, but that has to improve.
Absolutely does. Looks like potentially both teams are ready. We're switching to 7 versus 7 now as well on the somewhat more closed map. Castellum is still a very open map. But
I'd like to see 4 calves here from both sides.
It looked like I mean, it's 7 versus 7, so yeah, 4 calves, 3 infantry. Or do you want an archer on each side here? I think Crusade should have an archer.
I think I'd like to see Crusade with their archer.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I think maybe Fratres should try and focus on having just 3 imps, and then do like what I mentioned, right? Like try to just even if it's just once, you know, it'll at least give you a confidence boost for other fights. If you can manage to nail the timing between initiating the infantry fight and having the cav come in at the right places at the right time, you know, if you can get that down, there's a good chance you'll get a head start in the fight at the very least.
Yeah, looks like 3 cavalry for Crusade, 3 infantry. Yeah, 3 infantry and 1 archer.
All right.
But being very heavy cavalry. Is that 5 cavalry?
5 cavs?
5 cavs to infantry, okay.
Oh boy, I don't know if I like that.
Considering how they've been playing so far, the cavalry of Fratres, I am not sure either.
You know, it's like the more cav you get, like the more the balance between like having imps and calves shifts to having more calves, the more all of those calves have to play around their infantries. You know, because the smaller that other group gets, you know, like the infantry group plus the archers, but well, they don't have those, I guess. The smaller that group gets, the more vulnerable they are. You know?
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to play around them. If you don't do that, then it's just lights out for those 2 players. You know, like the 5 calves have to like go ham individually to make up for that, I guess.
Yeah, they do. I mean,
I'm not saying it can't work.
Yeah, it's
but...
just skepticism is good as well. They need to prove themselves here.
Yeah. Also, they don't have the inf advantage.
No.
Like.
But they're instantly going onto the flag. They want this. They want to try to keep them here. Curry and Slade just
like the
both
Fratres
trying.
are trying to
Oh,
go
Chris,
around,
beautiful stop on Cody. Strange Ginger taking on
again...
Curry down as well. Nice by him though. They do technically have the infantry advantage now, and player advantage. Still a lot of damage. Cody
Okay.
down, taking up Sir Alex in a 1 versus 1 cav there. Hopkin getting dismounted, gets some massive damage. Cody getting dismounted as well. Slade taking on Strange Ginger. Bloody Cento getting a good hit on Slade, and Chris
Very messy fight.
again, a double kill there. Oh, and Fratres with a team kill there. Theo taking on Fat Cat. Rod is still alive, he's still going for it. Slade still on the flag as well, 50 seconds, plenty of time. Akdara and Matt both moving in here. And this is looking way more better for Crusade.
Okay.
1 team kill there.
That's an interesting shot.
But yeah, 3 versus 1. Matt takes
yeah.
it with a smile.
So that is one of those typical rounds where it gets really messy and both teams kind of lose their coordination somewhat. Like at the beginning, it was a lot more coordinated for Crusade. I felt like it's just like they didn't get as much damage or like kills out of it as they had liked, and after that, everyone kind of split off. And like I think Sir Alex got stopped on a tree or something, and he got stabbed in the back. You called it a 1v1, but maybe
it wasn't technically.
You meant the tree and Sir Alex.
Yeah,
maybe?
I mean it's technically a 1v1. The tree is not sentient, it doesn't have feelings like us, so it doesn't count.
Sure.
Yeah, you don't really have anything to say about that. I like trees more than most people though, so...
yeah, I just feel like in the situation we just had, there is a lot more space for these individual plays to happen, you know?
Yeah.
Like, whoever can maneuver themselves through the chaos the most and seize opportunities is gonna win, and Crusade's coming out on top with that, like Slade is.
Slade especially,
like,
yeah.
Let's be honest here, like...
How many kills was that? 4 kills?
That just shows how much you can get, like, how many individual plays can come out of one such situation.
Yeah, especially when it's been dragging on a little bit. The more health lost as well, the easier it is to get these kills. To the flag.
Again, like I feel like in the flag situations, Fratres is never gonna have the advantage.
Yeah,
because
that's why Crusade is taking it as well. Every time they just move on to the flag, because the pressure is on Fratres to push in.
Yeah,
here.
like Fratres is gonna try to push in there, but they're not gonna be. They should not be able to kill any of the Crusade imps.
Yeah,
but
Crusade
the
Cat
Crusade
comes
Cats
in
are
though. Oh,
slightly
Fat
late.
Cat. Nice there by Fat Cat and Cento taking a nice kill on Hopkin. It just comes in as well. Oh, what?
Yeah, it should get better for Crusade here.
Yeah, infantry are dead now. Exactly. Bristol goes down to Tally, switching to cavalry.
I don't think that should have happened the way it did, but
I fully agree. But Cento now playing against Slade in the 1 versus 1 on the flag. Slade has his Allpack stuck as well.
They need to give Slade some breathing room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's done. Alright, so basically I think the main reason it looked like Fratres was gonna have a chance in that round was because their calf was like first by like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like that was the main thing.
I mean,
Their
they did
cav
get the
was
kill
like
for it
two,
as well.
2 seconds earlier to the fight, and that's why the Crusade cav, like one of them had to like overcommit, so to speak. He got stopped and then he got hit in the back, and he died. I can't remember who that cav was, but you see, like timing your
Hopkin.
infantry and cav pushes is very important. I actually think, to be honest, that it was a little bit uncharacteristic of the Crusade cav to be second to the fight.
They looked very slow there. Yeah, they were behind the enemy line, so to say, and there was nobody to really pick up there.
Well,
Maybe
I mean,
a
when they
straggler
were
cav,
coming
but
into the fight, it was like the Fratres cav coming in first with the Crusade cav on their tails, and that's not the order you want it to be in if you're Crusade. You know, I mean, they end up winning the fight because they, I think they just like outplayed them afterwards. That's what it felt like. But yeah, definitely gotta nail down that first timing.
yeah, I do agree with that. Matt as well seems to have landed a very long distance shot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Then
look
again,
at Fat
though,
Cat
it's
right
very
now as
difficult
well.
for the Crusade cav because they're so heavily outnumbered in cav.
Yeah.
Like they have 3 cavs, Fratres have 5.
Yeah, it's insanely a massive difference. But I mean,
Like,
so far,
like
Crusaders used
in
their
most
3 more.
occasions, I'd say Fratres should always have the most opportunities to get cav to the flag first.
They should, yeah, just pure
Unless the
mathematically.
flag literally already spawned on Crusade, which it actually did.
Yeah, they do have it here.
But now Fratres is on the flag for a little bit already, and I don't know, I like Crusades, like where the fact that they went around and tried to approach from this side. I like that. It's just like I don't think they can take the time to skirmish because they're not gonna get the advantage in that. It feels like.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like they're playing against
Hopkin
5
and
guys.
Alex.
Oh, that kill though.
That was fucking insane. That one. That was pure team play there. Akdara as well, taking on Strange Hinder. Alice Cat falls to Chris. Sento with 1 kill in return, but no matter at this point. Sento dismounting Sir Alex. Takes 1 hit in the leg. Akdara still trying to chase him down.
Like,
look at the shots on his horse as well. Not gonna survive
I
too
don't know.
long.
I feel like it shouldn't be like this in the sense that the Crusade cav, like Crusade was literally just skirmishing there, whereas what I would almost always say is, well, sit behind your imps on the flag and let the Fratres cav come in first, because if you try to like fight it out like 3 cav versus 5, then well, clearly numbers advantage comes into play, and the 3 cav should technically always lose with, you know, that kind of the difference, but they actually end up like winning.
Yeah, I did.
And I don't feel like that should happen, you know, like maybe it's just a little bit that Fratres' cav isn't that confident or something. Maybe it's also, which I suspect more actually, just the fact that they haven't really been playing together for the whole match, but you know,
I think they
at that point I think you should consider ditching some of your cav.
yeah, I think so as
Clearly
well.
not working out. You know?
At this point, it's very clear that they can't compete with the cavalry of Crusade.
Yeah, it's like there have been some closer, like I say closer rounds.
Yeah.
I don't think that it overall
Yeah.
it was very close.
I have
But
to.
it was
admit that.
closer than in most of the other rounds we've seen on the last map, I feel. But yeah, like.
Yeah, I mean it's as you said, it's been closer now on this open map, but
Yeah,
you have to wonder a little bit as well if it's just Crusade just playing a little bit like fast and loose. Considering they are.
Fratres needs to work some on their cav team play. You know, like.
I agree with that as well. But we're going live once again.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Maybe they want another.
Fratres did spawn with 4 cavs, 3 imps, so I like that change. Like if they're gonna keep it for the reset.
We are resetting as well.
Wait, does this mean that Tali is planning to play Archer?
I hope not.
Yeah.
But
No, they keep with the 4 cav, 3 imps. It looks like on Fratres, so I like that. I like that.
yeah, that's not too bad.
Like they haven't really been able to play around their Archer like throughout the match, and their cav teamwork hasn't been the greatest. I do think you need some cav though, so 4 cavs is fine, I guess.
Yep, I think so as well.
What does Crusade have?
1 archer, 3 infantry, and.
Okay, so like the same as last time.
Why change anything up? They're winning quite hard as well. Matt, they're being almost
I
getting
mean,
trapped, but
if your 3 calves can beat the enemy's
yeah, exactly.
whatever amount of calf, then
It doesn't
yeah,
really
like,
matter at that point. Yeah, I mean Sir Alex there as well, taking some hits on the horse of Bento, I think it was,
yeah.
or Fat Cat. So already
Yeah,
getting a little bit of an
I feel like
advantage.
rather than trying to take these one-on-ones pretty much early, Fratres should try to just work together. You know, if try to make one of the Crusade calves just step out of boundaries, like go for something stupid and then attack him. But to be honest, the calf for Crusade have just been playing very solid positional wise as well. They have been taking some of the 1v1 calf fights, but that's mainly I feel because they have just been solidly winning on those.
I mean that's the thing. Like, why would you wait if you can just kill them so quickly?
Cody is trying
Look
to...
at Elias right now. Look at where he is. He's just so out of position.
Yeah.
He's so out of position. There's no need for it either.
Again,
so Alex as well is very out of position.
Calf chasing other calf rather than sticking around their imps.
Yeah.
Now they're kind of around their imps, but
Alex there being out of
they
position.
need to go in
with
with
really
their imps
much.
like right now. They can't afford to be going for calves too much here. And you know, they are though.
Yeah, they are. So Alex
and Sir Alex has the time to get into the fight first, so he gets the first kill as well.
Elias gets dismounted by McDonald there as well. Christos Ronaldo taking on Teo. Matt is still able to shoot. Tali with another team kill. Second team kill for him this match.
Like, I think that is a massive miss call by Fratres. Like, their calves were at the flag. They had a calf advantage at the flag. Yet the only one who actually went in, who went into the fight first was Sir Alex.
Yeah.
Who, well, like you could say that he took a little bit more time than you would normally to get into a fight, perhaps. But
again, it doesn't really matter. He's still faster.
He got a kill for it, like instantly.
Yeah.
Like he ran into the fight, he got a kill. You know. And in the meantime, 4 Fratres calf were trying to dismount one of the Crusade calf. You know.
Yeah. And they didn't get it.
No, well, I think they dismounted one of them, but that was it. You know, after that, it wasn't like...
Yeah. I mean, even if they did get him, at that point it doesn't matter. They spent so much resources trying to get one player.
Yeah, I mean, if Sir Alex can run into the fight and kill one person, that takes 2 seconds.
Yeah.
If they chase one calf around, if like Fratres chase one calf around the map for half a minute, then... Yeah.
It's pretty much game over at that point. And just look how aggressive every cav are playing right now. Like, look at what is Bloody Cento doing here? He's so far away from everyone else, so to say. I mean, McDora now getting trapped. If they can take him down, he just gets out. He actually just gets away from him for free.
That was a ballsy play.
It was.
Like,
I thought Crusade was like... I thought Fratres were playing aggressive.
I mean,
but...
I think more than anything, it shows that Crusade is confident. Like, Tully is just going in.
Yeah, that was not the play to make there. He might lose his horse for this.
Yeah, he might. However,
gonna run
the Crusade
around.
calf has to come back.
Nice
now,
there by Cento. That was
these
beautiful.
Crusade imps and the archers are not in a good position now.
This
like,
is
this is
very
good for Fratres.
This is very good for Crusade for Fratres. Yeah. There's still
like,
no cavalry
in
inside.
Yeah, there we go.
Look, no cavalry inside for Crusade, and Christos Ronaldo goes down as well, and this is their first round.
Yeah, and
they
only
cannot
now
lose this.
Hopkin manages to get back with.
Alex as well
with
is
Magdara,
here now, so
yeah.
one
That's
goes
when
down.
the one-on-one lands out, or whatever you call that.
Call it whatever you want at this point. This is maybe a little bit of
and this is like look at this. I think this perfectly shows you how this round went. The 3 calves of Crusade are still alive.
Yeah, and they're killing
why
people.
Was that? Well,
they're killing people still.
I mean I don't know why that's happening, but
I think it's just pure domination from the cavalry. Look, they're still killing people. 4 versus 3 from a 4 versus 6. McDowell, like, oh my god, he's still killing people. Hopkin with another kill. McDowell, this cannot happen, please. No.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
What just happened?
No, I can't watch.
What?
Hide your children.
What? Like,
this is...
what?
If you say Warband is not one of the better games ever made just because of this shit right here. 4 versus 6. No, 3 versus 6. And they ended up winning the round.
Like, no.
This is the first time I've ever seen this.
That is... Oh no, like no.
That
should never happen.
Just no. Just no.
But like, not
No.
even if you happen to make a mistake. They had 6 people with spears out. They just
I mean,
got like.
They got
I don't know.
outskilled in every way. Like, okay, so Fratres now got a kill. Let's
They
wait
lose one,
until I
but, like,
lose like 5 players.
They're legit just like going.
It doesn't matter at this
everyone's
point.
just fighting for
It was
I'm
a
just,
3 versus
I'm
6,
trying to
and they
wrap my
lost.
head around what happened.
It-
I just don't understand. I can't even I can't analyze that.
No.
It's like,
No.
way.
They literally ran in circles around them and
Okay,
hit them with
okay,
spears.
I can analyze it. The
Fratres
Crusade
fucked
went
up, yo. That's
completely
the analysis.
bonkers.
Done.
And Fratres just like, I think they just like blacked out in their minds. Like,
That was just...
they probably didn't even believe what happened themselves when it happened.
I mean,
think
you
it's
saw
one
the
of
chat
those
a little bit. I'm like this is done. I'm just checking the chat. It doesn't matter. Just I don't know.
Watch. Just...
They literally ran in circles around them and hit them with lances, and they were like, "What happens?" Okay, like, no, no, no,
Oh.
no. Not even
Like-
GGs from Fratres. Like,
I
just-
mean, if I were Fratres
I would've-
right there,
I would've
I'd
quit
be
the game.
Devastated. I'd be like,
I'd quit the game.
alright.
I'm out. Like, I'm just out. Just done.
like.
Like that was
That
was
is
the
like
thing.
one of those moments you're still gonna have nightmares about in like 3 years. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like,
This
that is one of those typical moments, and like, oh god, like.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have anything to say.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, I'm happy I didn't say it, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Otherwise, it doesn't feel fair. Like, I thought that, like, I mean, to be honest, it still was a really big mistake by the Crusade calf to completely try and chase Tali out. Like, 2 of their calves were completely like away from the fight when Fratres went in. And Fratres did exactly what they should. They took advantage
Yeah,
of the
they
situation.
did.
They killed literally everyone.
They
And
killed
then the
all
3
the
calf
infantry.
came back.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I mean, I still think that round pictures perfectly like how the match went. Like it pictured perfectly the way the round went and the way the match went. The round, as in the calf just ran away and left their team to die, kind of, and the match, as in the entire match, they dominated. Like the calf just dominated.
This is what you put in textbook. Like, if you're dominating your enemy, this is what happens. And like, this is just, I have no words. I think Harold put it perfectly in the chat earlier. I fucking love video games. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
Like that had me sitting like there with my eyes wide open. Like
Yeah, MVP for Crusade. Who do you pick?
Sir Alex.
Yeah, okay.
I think
I'll accept that.
Sir Alex was the calf for Crusade who played the best out of them all. Like he managed to, he really understands his role as a calf in these kind of situations.
Yep.
He knows he needs to try to get to the infights early. You know, he knows how to like find openings in infights, and he knows how to kill 6 people with 3 calf on his team.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That's.
Yeah, can't ask for much more, right?
No, I'm gonna give it to Hopkin. I think he killed 3 out of the 7 that was left on that flag, or 4. So I feel like
you're gonna base your MVP on that one round.
that one round kind of set the tone for the match, didn't it? Like potentially
But
the
the
tournament.
match was over after
I mean,
that.
this
like,
is
come on.
Fratres, the A team of Fratres, one of the oldest clans, one of the better clans in this game as well, and Crusade just like bitch slapped them the entire match.
Yeah, I guess you could put it like that if you're.
The only way that could have been better if that was the first round of the entire match, and that set set the tone.
I mean,
I think I would have left that, honestly. Like, I think I would have just left the game,
Yeah, you
uninstalled,
like,
and
after
just
the
like,
first round, we would have just
I'm
said,
out.
like, yeah,
Like,
this
GG.
match is over.
GG,
Like,
well played. I
yeah,
want an interview.
I mean,
I don't think I want an interview.
I mean, to be honest though, like, Fratres did show some signs of life here and there. It's just like,
Yeah.
in the end, it just wasn't nearly enough.
They're still a good clan. It's just like Knights of the Crusade are just so strong.
I'd put it differently. I think they haven't really shown that they're a good clan, but they've shown that they do have good players though.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, like,
none of them
they've been
showed
getting
themselves today, I
outplayed,
think.
like left, right, and center too. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I still think Crusade were better in pretty much every aspect.
Yeah.
Um,
That kind of showed them there at the end.
But yeah, like it's something I like to say a lot. It's about how you create like the right conditions for yourself to play under too, and only then will you be able to see like to exploit the potential of your players. And Fratres just didn't ever create those kind of situations for themselves. You know, they were pretty much never to the fight first. You know, like. Actually, the best round for them was that very last round, where afterwards they got killed by the 3 Cav, obviously.
Honestly,
but like that round, they really took advantage.
Yeah, they did.
Fight.
That was very smart play by them. They saw 4 players being out of the position, so to say, and just pushed them and killed them.
Much more than smart play by Fratres, I felt like it was a big mistake by Crusade. You know. And that's where I feel like their Fratres did show that they can kill people quickly, you know, given the opportunity. It also just shows you how much of a pain in the ass the Cavs were.
Yeah.
For Fratres, like.
They
just couldn't beat them in any aspect, really.
No, there was basically. Hopefully, someone clipped that, because I feel like I'm gonna watch this again and again and again. And probably Fratres will see this in their dreams again and again.
Yeah, dreams. Alright.
Or nightmares, either way.
I think that
probably the nightmares,
more likely. I don't think I've ever seen my worst moments flash in front of my eyes in dreams, dude.
I think this is the last time Fratres is gonna ask us to stream their matches as well. I feel like after this it can.
In that case, I blame you, but like that's.
Or maybe different. Now they wanna like. I think it can only go up from this point.
You can look at it like that too, but
they kind of have to. I think. It sounds like we're being quite harsh on Fratres here, but I mean that was just devastation. That was just
I honestly think that they look at it the same way themselves.
I think
because,
so. I think there's no other way of seeing it.
I think they expected more from themselves.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I hope so. Because that's just. Okay. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. Thank you all for watching. Oh.